All right. Let's turn this on. I'm going to be putting all the trades I took today into my spreadsheet. What up, Ethan? So, basically, just work. What's the word for this? Like inventory, housekeeping stuff. I don't know. Is that the word? Is that the word people use? Basically, just got to get stuff done. Got to get stuff done. Got to record these trades. Got to reflect on them and learn from them. I took a beautiful first strike. There was another first strike I could have taken that I wish I saw in the moment, but at least I caught one of them. And yeah, and then if I finish everything in the journal, I'll start back testing. But yeah, there was a lot of nice, interesting stuff that happened today, and I need to record all the trades. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm a little tired, but I just got to get it done. December 29th, 2025. If you never change, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. You got to do everything you need to do every day. So we're just going to go through the trades one by one. So start of the live trading window was all the way over here. Let's turn off all the indicators for a second. So the start of the live trading window was over here. 8:30 Eastern, that's always when I hop on the charts. And, well, I actually didn't get on the charts until after 8:30 Eastern. So that's something I need to work on, right? Because, that's something I need to work on. But the first trade, I was patient all throughout here. And we can also pull up the stream as well, so we can kind of like reflect on what I was thinking and what I should have been thinking, right? I think this is maybe the most important part of trading, actually, is just being able to reflect on what happened and what I can learn. Like back testing is important, but reflection on the forward testing is also important. So that's kind of what I'm doing when I do this, right? So the first trade I took was, let's go to paper trading. And yeah, I did not take a trade for quite some time. It took... When did I take that first trade? Wait, it's not even showing... Oh, because I turned off executions. Alright, let's turn on executions. Bang. So this stream is essentially a reflection of the forward testing, and I want to start doing this every single day. So, got on the charts here. I did not execute my first trade until a whole hour and a half into the trading session. I should have taken advantage of this first strike, but it's okay. So the first trade I took was, I was watching the first presented for value gap, which is right here. So there's the first presented for value gap. And I ended up trying to take longs off of it, when in reality, the market was still drawing towards this low, which in hindsight makes a lot of sense because it's the 930 low. So maybe should have been more aware of that, right? We ended up drawing down towards that 930 low. I'm sorry about the noise. I don't know what to do about that. Honestly, there's not much I can do. Dropping down to the 5-minute. Yeah, that kind of sucks that there's noise, but like I said, I don't know what to do. So yeah, first presented for value gap. I ended up trying 15-second inversion off of the first presented for value gap to the upside. So you can see that was right here. Bang. 15-second inversion. And really what I should have been looking at is I should have been eyes over on this 930 data low over here. Not data low, but this 930 market open wick was obviously the drawn liquidity. So I had the right idea, which is I wanted to use the first presented for value gap as a tool to get a trade. But I had the wrong drawn liquidity. The drawn liquidity was the market open wick at 9:30. So I need to remember that market open wicks are actually a super strong draw on liquidity. So 930 930 market open wick. Honestly, we should just call it an opening wick. I actually like that. Just like how we simplify like a data news wick to just be a data wick. I'm thinking like simplify market open wick just be an opening wick. Yeah. Okay, so once again, the true draw on liquidity was this 930 opening wick. So this essentially what I was trying to do was first strike, so I'm gonna put it as first strike. It was a loss, and a lot of notes for this one. So I had the right idea. I needed to use the first presented FEG to target the as a tool to target the draw on liquidity. However, I had the wrong draw on liquidity. There was a 930 open wick below that was untaken, and that was the true draw on liquidity. The 15-second IPG I took off the first presented for value gap was actually not so obvious, and but well, I guess it wasn't bad, but the thing is, the main thing is I needed to understand the true draw on liquidity, which was the market open wick. So I was I had the complete right idea, just wrong draw on liquidity. So I'll show you guys what I mean. So here's the first presented for value gap, right? And I went for this 15-second inversion off of it. Keep in mind, by the way, that it like barely inversed. Like, if we zoom in, like you can see this. Like it's almost like you could argue that it didn't inverse, but I'm pretty sure it did. So that's why I ended up taking it. But okay, so first presented for value gap, we ended up getting a 15-second inversion off of this. So once again, bang. Here, let's actually mark this out as a dark box. That'll actually make this easier for me. So first presented for value gap. And once again, we cut through this. I was expecting us to get longs off of this, but we actually got shorts off of this to continue down to the 930 open wick. I'll turn my phone on sleep. Okay. So there's the inversion off of it. Once again, right idea, wrong draw on liquidity, right? I was expecting this consolidation to be targeted, and it would be, but the draw on liquidity was the 930 open. That is tough, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of sucks because, you know, could have played out. It's not a terrible trade. But yeah, wrong draw on liquidity. You can see the market did end up wanting to come up to, or go down to this 930 wick. So how can I make sure I have the right draw on liquidity in the future? Yeah, don't trade against market open wicks. I think that's a big one, right? A big lesson here is don't. A big lesson here is treat 930 open wicks like data wicks. Try not to take a trade against them when the market is trending towards them, right? That's a huge lesson. Right, does that make sense, guys? Like what we learned from this? Super valuable lesson right here. And you can see this was very obviously the drawn liquidity. And there we go. There's stop losses getting hit right there. So that was that first trade I took. Alright, 10:07. First strike. 1 minute aligned with the 15-second, and I took this live. What time did I take it? $10:07. So yeah, took a long time for me to take that first trade. Post trade approval, yes, but would I take this again? No, because wrong draw on liquidity. So this probably would have been average like 3, but then final TP would have been like 4, probably. Something like that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So what happened next? We ended up, what was I thinking here? Wait, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I was thinking like this trade was just a mistake. I was thinking the first presented for value gap was down here. Should we watch the stream and kind of see what I was thinking? I think this next trade was a mistake. Let's watch the stream. Because I'm pretty sure this next trade was a mistake because here. the true day open. Okay, let's watch what happens. Go to the new day opening gap. And like natural talent. I mean, you can tell. How do you approach journaling trades? So I just go through every single trade that I took and I put it in my spreadsheet. And then after I get everything in my spreadsheet, then I put it in Reflect IQ, and it goes just in my permanent record. But I just put some notes in from what I learned. Like for this trade, I traded against the 930 open wick, which is basically like a data wick. It's gonna be a super strong draw on liquidity, and because of that, I had the wrong draw on liquidity. I think 930 opening wicks are actually super strong. Now I'm on the second trade that I took, and I'm learning. I'm looking at what happened here, and you can almost like when I look at what happened here, it's very obvious at this current moment in price action that the market looks like it's gonna reverse. You can tell. Literally, look at these SMTs right here. You can tell at this low, we're likely gonna reverse. I mean, I think this was literally a Phoenix model right here with this rejection block. So, I'm curious what I was thinking here. Let's listen. I don't know. Something about Shaney. So, that 15-second inversion, I don't know. I want to know what I was thinking and why I shorted. So, honestly, I will say no on this next trade for post-trade approval because I know this was bad already because this trade was against two massive higher time frame SMTs. It was in no way a good trade. It was a forced draw on liquidity that I made up. If you go back to the stream and look at the market objectively, when I took the trade, it is very obvious the market was going to reverse soon with the two massive S&Ts and the LRLR above. There was absolutely no reason to short that trade. But yeah, you can see what I'm talking about, right? These two massive S&Ts. We have LRLR above. It wasn't terrible, but could have been more obvious. It's okay. Alright, we might just go lower. Looks like we're rejecting this new day opening gap. Yeah, I kind of want to see us maybe... Yeah, I don't know, man. Something about Shaney. He's got natural talent. Okay, we might actually just reject this and continue lower. We have the unfilled new week opening gap. I want to see us fill this. Okay, I'm gonna look to take this. Kind of depends though. If we get this placement to the upside, then maybe a long. But I'll probably fill this void. All right, we just got it. So I was looking at. Oh, I took a 15-second. Oh, I see what I did. I took a 15-second change in state off of the new day opening gap. It almost feels like this trade was like... It almost feels like... Like, I can understand what I was thinking in the moment, but with these bullish SMTs, I never should have shorted. Here, I'm gonna say at the beginning of this, I can understand what I was thinking when I took this short. We were trending lower and got CASD off the end dog. But still, so yeah, definitely forced strong liquidity here. And if I was taking this, I should have had the limit order right there. Like, you can kind of get what I was thinking, but also these SMTs, it was like like it was obviously moving down. We had momentum lower, but with these SMTs, it was very possible that we could reverse. So yeah. Should have been more thoughtful about that. Wait, was this a new day opening gap or new week opening gap? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a new day opening gap. Let's see if the new day opening gap shows up. Okay, yeah, so it was an NQ6 new day opening gap. And I think I should have been more aware of the 930 wick. I also should have been more aware that we had just taken a major draw on liquidity, the 930 wick. I should have had the 930 wick marked on my chart. I took a really good first strike that ended up hitting 4R, but I also took quite a few I also took quite a few bad trades as well. So there's definitely a lot of learning I'm doing, but yeah, I did catch a really nice first strike that hit 4R. So yeah, but I'm always learning. A huge lesson I learned today is there was a 930 wick, and you really kind of have to treat 930 wicks like data wicks. It's very important that you pay attention to those and pay attention, mark them out on your chart. I should have had the 930 wick marked on my chart because it's gonna be like a data wick essentially, and so you really have to pay attention to them and understand that it's gonna be a massive draw on liquidity, and you don't want to trade against it, and you also want to make sure that right when you take it, you don't try and continue it along. Like for instance, I would never long. Like, for instance, I would never long right after we take a data high, a data low. Same should go for a 930 wick low. You should never long a short right after taking the low of a 930 wick. So if that makes sense. treat 930 wicks like data wicks. Alright. So then we reacted to the upside. What was the trade I took next? Did I record everything down? $10.14. $3.3. Probably would have gone like 2.5, and then like 3R. What up, Cave? How's it going? Just kind of doing some tedious stuff right now. So if it's boring, I'm sorry, but we're just doing what we got to do. So we're just doing, routine journaling, and backtesting is a lot more interesting than this. But journaling I got to do as well. Then, what was the next thing I took? Did you trade today, Cave? Man, this looks like a very textbook day. 2022 model to the upside. Then we had high resistant liquidity. Nice, bro. High resistant liquidity until we took a very specific low, guys. What is specific about that low? That is the market open wick. I never realized market open wicks were so important, but you can see now why it's so important, right? No one's longing. There's no one longing until we take the 930 low, until we take market open wick low. It's gonna be like a data wick. Smart money is not longing until we take that 930 data wick. Only then, after we take that 930 data wick, and it says 6:30 because it's in Washington time right now. But it's only after we take the 930 data wick that smart money finally starts to long again. And so, very subtle stuff, but very important and very valuable lessons today. Yeah, I took a pretty good trade here, but I also took some losses in as well. But very valuable lesson about the 930 wick, guys. This wick, you can see the market no one was longing until we take the 930 wick, and only then is smart money ready to long again. And then I got a trade within here. First strike, honestly, it should have been a lot bigger of a trade. I don't know what happened there, but you know what? It's whatever. So I think this was the next one. Oh, I took the same trade across the both accounts. So this was actually the same as the other trade on here. And then apparently I have this. No, I think today was actually pretty good. I think we had a first strike to the upside here that was amazing, and I just wasn't paying attention. And then I caught a first strike over here, right along this side of the curve. And then there was another first strike to the downside. Once again, I knew I was prepared to take that first strike to the downside, but I had the wrong drawn liquidity. The drawn liquidity was the 930 wick. So I actually think today was really good. I just had the wrong drawn liquidity here, and I needed to treat. The lesson is I needed to treat 930 wicks like data wicks. That's a huge lesson for me. Now, what happened at 10:30 up here? Because I did take something, and I want to know what I was thinking. It looks like. Oh yeah, I took a Phoenix here. So. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This one here, okay. So this was a 10:30 Phoenix, and I'm pretty sure what happened is we had a bearish SMT with this high. This is like go ahead and find it. Zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. Okay. So yeah, we had bearish S&T with this high. And, you know, kind of felt like we could use this rejection block to go lower. So, Jake, how's the 100K paper account? This one is this one's up 22R. The other one, my 50K, this one I started it later. This one's up 2.5R. So 22R and then 2.5R. So but yeah, I'm gonna try and keep that going until I turn this one to 150,000 using proper risk management, and then I turn the other one from 50,000 to 100,000 using proper risk management. That's what I want to do. So yeah, you can see what I was thinking, right? We swapped out all these highs, and I was expecting W. Yeah, you did, bro. You did. Y'all did call the shorts. So yeah, this one you can kind of see what I was thinking. I think it wasn't terrible. So let's get this out real quick. YM bearish S&T. And we swept out all these highs. I think the main thing is there must have been some really strong drawn liquidity that wanted us to, for some reason we had to continue to the upside. Let's try and figure out why this Phoenix model failed, because you know, I can see why I liked it in the moment. So let's really study this one, because I think this is interesting. So here's kind of like the external sweep. Oh my gosh, why can't I find the sweep? I have too many templates. Okay, so the LRLR, like, but we already took a lot of this, right? That was kind of what I was thinking. So oh yeah, there's LRLR up here. Nah, but we didn't even go up there. We didn't even go up there is the thing. We didn't even go up to this. Was this like a New Day opening gap or something? I really want to know, like, why did we go higher here? Like, what was the reason? There's always a reason, guys. There's literally always a reason. I'm not going to screenshot it yet because I want to figure this out. Why did we go higher here? I mean, it just felt like there was just a massive drawn liquidity there. I guess the market was seeking liquidity from this consolidation all the way over here. But, well, here, let me do a volume profile analysis of this. That might tell us the answer, actually. Yeah, I mean, we could have reversed here. We just didn't. What up, G-Trades? How's it going? Yeah, you can see, I guess we just wanted to continue up to this other consolidation here. I think that's the biggest thing, was just this this whole entire thing is a massive high transaction area, so we needed to go stop all of these people out before reversing. You can kind of see that right here, how we came up, stopped all of these people that transacted up here out before we reverse. So I think that's a lesson from here. You know, I think another thing is that first strike, remember we talked about the first presented for value gap? I think that first strike trade had not yet hit 7 projections. So let's actually see if the first strike did end up hitting 7 projections or not. And I think a lesson could be, depending on if it hit 7 projections, I think a good lesson could be like try not to short against the first strike that hasn't hit 7 projections yet. Because look, first I took this trade live for anyone who's wondering, right? I took this live, hit 4R, and a lot of time it'll go from 4R and then it will continue to 7R. Yeah. So you can see that's exactly why, actually. That is literally the exact reason why we didn't. One, two, three, four. That's crazy. So you can see, right? We went 7 projections exactly, right? So why am I shorting against the first strike, of which we haven't hit 7 projections yet? I might make a new template of this where I get rid of the 5th projection and the 6th projection. I just don't need them. All right. Yeah, that is really fascinating. So I'm going to put that in my notes. So this next trade was... Oh, no. This is... We had the first strike to the upside first before... Oh, that's why I only made 60, because I split it between the two. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so... So this was a giant win. This was 4R, essentially. Well, I took profit early. I'll just do 350% because I really don't remember. But I should have had it. It should have been 4R. And massive W of a trade. I think I should have taken all off at... I should have taken all off at the 4th projection, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little baby. I didn't do it. I didn't hold it, but I should have. So I'm gonna put some notes for this Phoenix that I took. So the Phoenix, here's the thing, right? This trade, it was against the initial first strike trade I took, and it hadn't yet hit 7 projections, which is a really nice target. That was something to be concerned about, to trade against that. Other than that, maybe you could argue there wasn't enough AMD associated with the rejection block for it to be a worthwhile Phoenix. But past that, the trade was okay. So yeah, 4 projections of the first strike. So once again, I was anticipating delivery back down to maybe, like, since we hit 4 projections, I was anticipating I don't think this was terrible, actually. Now I'm really looking at it. Right, we had an external sweep of these highs. Jake, are you back home yet? Not in Idaho, nah. Can you tell I'm not? So a cool thing you can do, like that you can see I did on this trade, is you can use an old fourth projection of a market maker buy model, or of an old trade. You can use a 4th projection of that as a confluence to short. That's essentially what I did here, right? Whose house he's in right now? Oh, this is. Oh, Shani, you're funny. Yeah, so we're visiting my grandparents. We're back in Washington, and yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, we're just visiting them. So yeah, or not 15-second, 5-second change in state. So once again, this was the trade I took. I literally took this trade, guys. I took it. From here, I should have held it to the 4th projection. I was scared. I should have taken this up 4 projections. Then, I tried taking this short. Why? Because logically, we've hit 4 projections. So now I'm anticipating us to go lower, right? Because now we've hit 4 projections. So I try this short. It's a very logical train of thought, right? You would expect once we hit 4 projections, like, okay, like now we should reverse here, right? It's just very, very logical train of thought. And I can go up to the 15-second. Or actually, you know what? It's probably better shown on the 5-second. Yeah, I don't think it was terrible, guys. Here's the first trade, and then 15-second rejection block. We could have gone lower. What else was the reason that we went higher? Like, obviously, you know, you could make the argument that, like, that one reason was that we had not yet hit 7 projections of first strike, but I don't think that was the only reason. I really don't. I am curious what else there was. Maybe you guys could figure this out, or maybe help me figure this out, because I am curious, like, why else did we go higher here? Right, you guys see what I'm saying? So here was my initial trade. Up 4 projections. Bearish S&T with YM. 15-second rejection block. Bang. Limit order there. Very logical. Very, very logical. And I probably would have taken this down 4 projections. Like, very logical. We could have gone lower here. So yeah, I probably would have taken this down 4 projections. And you can see this was AMD. It's not like it wasn't. It was. It was clearly AMD. To rebalance a 5-minute FVG, because 2022 model formed at the 5-minute time frame better than the 5-minute FVG. Yeah. Okay, hang on. So I'm just going to screenshot this whole entire thing. $10.32 Phoenix on the 15-second. To rebalance a 5-minute for Vigap. Let's go up to the 5-minute. Because, like, I don't want to completely get rid of everything, because, like, there's definitely... I'm not kind of done with this trade yet. I really do want to understand... Like, I get that we had another consolidation up here, but was that really enough a reason for us to continue all the way up? I mean, we can also pay attention to, you know, obviously this was a market maker buy model here, right? This was obviously a market maker buy model, whether it be on the 1 minute or what. And so maybe we say, okay, we need to take this up 4 projections. And when we took out 930 low, it was engineered. Yeah, 930 low was perfect. 930 low takeout was perfect. Yeah, I mean, we definitely rebalanced into that 5-minute gap above. Yeah, that is a logical reason. We can also mark that out. There was also an unfilled 5-minute above that needed to be hit. That was a good draw on liquidity. I need to remember to use unfilled and unfilled / untapped FVGs as draw on liquidities more often, right? Because unfilled FVGs will be really nice draw on liquidity a lot of the time, and I need to remember to do that. Untapped FVGs. So that is another lesson. Past that, I just think it was a low time frame trade. That wasn't anything crazy, honestly. It just was not like the most beautiful trade there was. So it could have played out, but it didn't. Let's go ahead and record the other trade, the 5-second long that I took. That hit 4R. So that one is right here. So let's turn this on to 4 projections. And then this was just about as textbook as it gets, right? first strike off of the first presented for value gap, where we have a first presented for value gap, 5-second change of state, and then we deliver up 4 projections. You can clearly see the accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Well, this isn't like normal AMD, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, move lower and then bang. Are you watching IShowSpeed's Africa tour? Maybe I need to. Is he touring Africa right now? Wait, hold up. Let's check. Let's go watch IShowSpeed tour Africa. Hold up. Is he live right now? Is he live? I don't even see him being live. I don't think he's live. He getting so... Bro, I don't think Speed is live right now, because it would pop up. Yeah, I'm subscribed to him, so if he was live, it would pop up. I don't know. I like watching some of the old streams from Speed. I think they're so funny. Like, Speed from 3 years ago was so unfiltered. It is it is hilarious, bro. Now it kind of feels like Speed turned into a Mr. Beast. I'm not saying, like, you know, it's just kind of what happens as you get bigger. You kind of turn into, like, Mr. Beast and stuff. But maybe it doesn't need to happen, right? I don't know. Speed... Yeah, he just needs to keep being himself. I mean... I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I'm not him. I don't know if he's being himself. I don't know if he's not, but... he was definitely being himself when he was younger. Oh, he's going live in an hour? Well, I might have to watch it then. That's fire. That's sick. Okay, 5-second change in state. Bang, up 4 projections. Yeah, that was about as clean as it gets. And for anyone saying, you didn't take that, that's BS. You're making that up. Well, no, I actually did take that, actually. I took that all the way up 4R, so completely legit. Took it on stream and everything. Yeah, this was 100% legit trade. And I knew I could have held it 7 projections. It's not like I didn't know that. But sometimes you just want to, you know, take winning trades when you're still just trying to get better. You don't need to hold for 7R. Even though I knew that we were probably going to go 7R, that doesn't mean that I should have held for 7R, right? What up, Monzi? How's it going? Could you help me solve the problem of chasing trades? Yeah, you just kind of have to show up to trading like it's a job, bro. Like, I'm serious. You just have to show up like... Literally, like, you're just there. You're just there to clock in and watch the market. And if it so happens and so bees it that your trade shows up, perfect. Now you get to take your trade. But as far as, like, chasing trades, like you are not showing up to the market to be a trader. You are showing up to the market to be a market observer and to be bored. That's what you're getting paid to do. And then if your trade so happens to show up, then you execute. So it's not easy. I'm not saying it is, but that's it's a mindset thing a little bit. Like if you miss the trade, you're not getting paid to trade. Think about the market from the perspective of you're not getting paid to trade. You are not getting paid to trade. You are getting paid to sit there and wait for your setup and then click a button. That's what you're getting paid for, right? It's about a change in mindset, but that's not easy, right? It's not. But yeah, this was like amazing, guys. This is genuinely Such a beautiful trade. And not to mention, this didn't just happen once. This happened 3 times today, right? We had it happen here, 5-second change of state, all the way up 7 projections. Then we had it reverse all the way down to the 930 data wick. Not data wick, 930 open wick. And then we had it again to the upside. We had it 3 times. It's just insane. So I took this live. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. And as well, we had this just obvious consolidation. So that was the drawn liquidity. And I guess, that is why I took profit early. So I can't blame myself completely for taking profit early. Like, it was very logical why I did that. It was very logical. I shouldn't hate on myself too much because it makes a lot of sense why I took profit early. You can see there's just a massive consolidation here, and then around 4 projections, there's just not that same thing, right? Yeah, of course, bro. So it makes sense. I can't hate on myself too much. But you have trouble setting a stop loss? Yeah, don't worry about that too much. Obviously you need a stop loss, but that's a skill-based thing that is really easily solvable with time. That's of all the issues you can have, that's a pretty simple issue to fix. You just got to get better at placing the stop loss faster. That's a pretty simple fix. It just, like I said, it takes practice. That's it's just that just takes some training. That's not really that big a deal, is what I'm trying to say. There's, out of all the issues you could have, something that's arbitrary, like placing the stop loss fast enough, is just something that you're going to get better at over time. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Yeah, there's that first strike. Oh, do you mean you don't set it at all? Bro, it's not option. If you mean you have trouble setting it at all, bro, it's if you don't set a stop loss, it's not trading. It's literally just gambling everything you have. Understand that if you're not trading with a stop loss, you are literally gambling everything you have. That's not trading. I don't know. That is some other form of thing, but it's not really trading if you're just full porting everything, every trade. But if you mean placing the stop loss fast enough, for me, that's an issue I have. That's a skill that you can get better at, and so I wouldn't worry about that. People normally say you got to a certain amount that you comfortable with, but when you reach setting a stop, it changes. I don't. You mean yeah, it's not going to be the same dollar amount. So that comes down to risk calculation. I made a short form video on how to calculate risk. I highly recommend watching that because that's something no one ever explained to me for the longest time. I can actually show you it real quick. I'll tell you exactly what video to watch. So go to my YouTube channel. And go to shorts. Scroll all the way down to go down to, let's see, 6, 12. Go down to my 16th video down. How to know how many contracts to buy. This is something I wish someone taught me when I first started trading, and I think would have saved me a lot of headaches. So I highly recommend watching that video, but that's going to help with your setting of your stop loss. So hopefully that helps. Alright, so Took this one live. Once again, the cool thing about this, guys, is first strike happened 3 times today. And so we're going to go into a little bit off track of my journaling here. We're just going to be back testing a little bit for now because this is so sick. So I'm going a little off track, but that's okay. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be journaling right now. I'm just going to be back testing because I want to show you guys how powerful first strike really is. It is insane. Like, you're going to get like 3 7R trades possibly like every single day. And all you have to do is pay attention for this one thing. It's going to occur in the market over and over again, right? We have liquidity sweep, change in state, off the first presented for value gap. Right? So it's either aligned with the first presented for value gap is either aligned with the 5-second or the 15-second, right? So 5-second change in state, liquidity sweep, off the first presented for value gap. You can see this one takes us down 4 and then 7 projections. Well, actually, this one does not take us down 7 projections. Because, once again, it's the drawn liquidity trumps standard deviations. The drawn liquidity will always override standard deviations. And that's because the market open wick was more important than drawn liquidity. That's why. So yeah, we're switching to backtesting mode for just a second because this is important. See how we go. We go first presented for value gap, 5-second change of state, 4 projections, and then we had another one here, right, where we sweep out this low, barely tap the first presented for value gap, and then we go 4 projections. So it happened 3 times today, and 2 of the times it went 7 projections, not 4. Crazy. And all you gotta do is like catch one of these and you're set. And I caught one. And I'd measure it out like this. And we do go 8 projections here, which is kind of cool. Where's the thing I just made? Yeah, everyone's sleeping on first strike right now. I'm just saying. The fact that this will happen every single day, where we will get essentially like 3 4-hour trades in one single day, and it will happen almost every single day. Guys, y'all are sleeping on first strike. This is such a simple model. Right, bang, bang. And then bang. I swear someone has this set up automatic. I would bet. I would bet there's some bot running that program. Because it's very simple. It is very simple. And actually, what's very fascinating is we actually wait until 9:36 to really start expanding, which is a 36. Well, I guess that's. Never mind. Never mind. I watched it and it's really G. Hey, I'm glad, dude. Yeah, that was one of the things that always like I struggled with for the longest time. No one ever helped me with it, and it always made me so mad. And so, yeah, I'm glad it was helpful, man, because that's something that no one ever explained to me forever. And so, yeah. So first strike. 9:34 first strike, 1 minute, aligned with the 5-second, and then we have another one here, 10:09. So yeah, we're on a little break from journaling right now because this is just so cool. Let's screenshot this. Zoom out. Where's my... Okay, here it is. Whoops. This was 10:20. First strike, 1 minute, 5-second. And this was what? This was at, yeah, it was 10:20. And this is the execution. Okay. First strike got me my first payout. Heck yeah, coffee! Let's go! W! That's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. Let's go. It's so nice, bro. Hey, you're a scalper? Yeah, like, sometimes. Just kind of depends. I'm a trader that... I think scalping is I think you can get super precise with scalping. Just kind of depends on the context. But yeah, like I trade whatever pops off the chart to me, essentially. But yeah, dude, First Strike is crazy nice, guys. It really, it really is, bro. I might take a little break. I'll be right back. All right. I need your help on basically something right now. I am a student. I've been training for like 2 years. I appreciate the hearts, guys. um, do you have anything I can do to make me able to become profitable since I've not seen results? Just understand that not being profitable is normal. Like 99% of people are not profitable. I'm probably like hardly profitable. I mean, I've seen success on gotten, you know, demo accounts up, but I also am inconsistent. And so the reality is, the reality is, it's, there's this fake narrative that exists in trading that everyone that, you know, is out there is profitable and you're not. And the reality is, it's a slow shift from unprofitability to profitability. It's shades of profitability. It's shades, right? You're going to feel like one day you've mastered it all and the next day you know nothing. The reality is that's like the next day you don't wake up and forget everything you've learned over the past 2 years. It's shades of profitability. You are one step even though you might lose a trade on any given day or win a trade on any given day, you are one step closer than yesterday to true profitability. And so it's shades of profitability. You feel like you're not making progress because you're not seeing results because you might be losing trades. But remember all those trades that you have won. Remember all those successes that you have had. And remember everything you've learned and how it compounds. And so it's not black and white. It's not I'm not profitable or I am profitable. People who say they're profitable all of a sudden could go on a crazy losing streak. And so you have to remember that, yeah, like I said, trading is one of those things where it's not black and white. Understand, it is such a long process. I think biggest thing is probably just be at peace with that process. You want to be profitable. Instead, just enjoy getting better at trading, and profitability will come naturally, right? That's what I would say, is enjoy getting better at trading and accept that no one knows how long it may take to like see crazy success, because it's like I said, it's a huge process. So all right, where were we? We took a look at this long that I took. Then I tried to take that Phoenix model short right here. We ended up going 7 projections of that first strike perfectly. Then we ended up having a 2022 model, looks like, to the downside. Now, I think I got off the charts at that time, right? Or was I still trading? I can't remember. So yeah, I tried that short. Oh, yeah. So then I took this. Man, what was I thinking during this time? Because this was a really obvious short right here. Don't you guys think this was a pretty obvious short? We just had a displacement leg lower, and then we measure out from the high to the low. We could probably find OTE right there. Yeah. Don't you guys think this actually should have been pretty obvious? Like, dang. Makes me want to go back into backtesting mode, because this is a really obvious 2022 model to the downside. I mean, look at this fair value gap right here that forms at OTE. But that's besides the point. We'll look at this next. First, let me finish my my journaling, which means I also need to review. Was there any other trades I took in here? Oh yeah, this thing. That was pretty stupid. Okay, there's two more. And then I'll just go to backtesting. The next one, like I said, was this inversion where we had, I guess, a higher time frame gap. Let's get rid of everything real quick. We had a higher time frame gap. So higher time frame being the 2 minute, but yeah, we had a gap. and then an inversion to the downside. And it just looked very obvious that we were going to go run liquidity. So I'm going to count this as a win because TradingView glitched and it stopped me out even though it shouldn't have. So I'm counting this as a win because that's crazy. Bro, I wish I was still trading. I could have caught this long entry. Dang, bro. Yeah, it's okay, bro. There's infinite trades. You're never gonna run out of trades, dude. So just chill out. You'll be fine. There will be another opportunity. Look at this, guys. Is this not just the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen? I know it's a micro scalp. I don't care. This is still nice. This is still nice. And I took this live. It's not like I didn't take this. I took this. So, it just glitched. You guys remember when it glitched? It like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what happened. It like, I don't even know. It stopped. It stopped me out, but it was not even close to my stop loss. I don't know. It is confusing, honestly. And then yeah, and then we had an inversion for value gap off of this. And I took this, right? I took this inversion, like all this being kind of like L or LAR, and then kind of just take profit there. So I think this was, yeah, this was like a 1 or 2R. Pretty nice trade here. But yeah, you guys kind of see what I'm saying here. This is like a nice fair value gap. And then there's that inversion right here. And so yeah, I know it's 15 second. I don't care. I can clearly see what's going on. If I can read price, I don't care the time frame. You guys get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a nice little 1R short, essentially. Well, actually, it was like 2R, huh?
Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. What are you doing over there? You not gonna come say hi? Huh?
Why did it accidentally sell so much? Oh yeah, okay, so this was because I saw that I entered with too little size, and then I entered with more. That's why. 10:01 inversion for value gap 15-second, and I took this live. So yeah, essentially a 2R trade. It might have not been a 2R trade. Like it might say that it wasn't, but because it technically stopped me out, but I meant for it to be a 2R trade. That's how I meant to take it. So it might not be making any sense, and that's okay. What I'm meaning to say is I should have taken this on Tradeovate instead of TradingView, and then that glitch wouldn't have happened where it basically, I don't know. It was so confusing, but just basically this was just 2R. You can clearly see that was the case here. So it's just a regular IPG. Let's go 11:02. We appreciate the loves, bro. We appreciate the hearts. We appreciate we appreciate all the emojis. All right, what was this? 11:02. Yeah, trading's hard. Whoops, trading's hard, guys. I don't know why it's so freaking hard, but it is. It was 11:02 Eastern, right? Have you yet had a breakthrough? What do you mean? Breakthrough, like making a ton of money? Is that what you mean? Well, right now I was trading real money for a while, and I just decided a while ago that it's not really worth it for me to be risking real money at this point in my trading career. Like, I just hope you realize that, like, I don't know, the benefit to con ratio, like, of me trading with my real money right now is just not worth it for me. Like, I just want to save my money. I work hard for my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to risk real money at this point. Once I can get a paper account, like 2x or, using proper risk scaling and all that stuff, then I'll start to risk my real money again. I don't want to do that for a while. It's just where I'm at personally, and I work hard for my money. I'm personally just kind of just seeing real money as real money. It is real money. I don't want to risk real money. Like, I'm just at that point where I just enjoy trading as accepting it as a process, and yeah, I'll get to the point where I'll get back to risking real money, but real money it's just too. Right now, I'm just trying to focus on the process, and once I can double a paper trading account, or like, or turn 100,000 to 150,000, I'm just doing sim right now. And I was doing prop firms, but once again, I don't like. Same thing with props. Like, I'm just sick of the whole process of I have to pay them Like every month, it just feels like money down the drain. I might as well just, So I don't know. I'd rather just right now just focus on the process, accept that I don't want to lose I don't want to lose money right now. That's just reality. Until I can get like a paper trading account, like really actually up a lot. It's just not. It's too much stress. It's too much stress. Eventually, I'll go back to trading real, but it's just not. It's just I don't want to right now. This is where I'm at. So hopefully you can understand that, but. And I mean, I've been doing well on the sim accounts and stuff, so. Alright. What was I doing next? Shoot, what was I doing next? There was something else I was gonna do next. Oh, I need to put that in the journal. So, this trade was really nice. Trading view glitched here, and it goes to show in the future I really want to make sure all my trades get taken in Tradeovate, which is a valuable lesson learned, so TradingView doesn't glitch again. Other than that, this was a beautiful alignment of price and time and excellent 15-second micro scalp. Yeah, it's just, you work hard for your money, and it's so much more stressful. Like, I don't want to wake up every morning and feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like, I don't, because you have to understand also, to be able to even trade real money, you have to risk quite a bit. You have to risk quite a bit to be able to risk real money. I'm just not at the point where I want to do that until I can maybe get to a $5,000 account or something, or even a $2,000 account. Once I get to a decent sized account, then I'll start with that account and scale it. I don't want to risk real money right now. I'm just not there. 100%, bro. Of course, yeah. I want to help. I want to help people. So I would definitely want to, for sure. 100%, Manzi. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, what next? But yeah, I mean, you work hard for your money. You want to make sure you don't lose your money. And so it's just, until I can get to a good-sized account where I know that I'm going to be able to scale it comfortably, I don't feel the need to make that account, really. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Okay, what happened next? There was one other trade I took that was not so good. There was one more, and it was this short, or no, this short at 11:11 Eastern time. Now, what was I thinking here? What was I thinking? I really am curious what I was thinking. $11.11. Yeah, so instant stop. This was crazy. I think what happened is I was trying to do another short on the first presenter for ValueGap. We had a first presenter for ValueGap here. Yeah. I know what I was doing. So yeah, I saw this N-Dog. Much love, bro. Much love. Okay, I actually see what I was doing. So we had this New Day opening gap, and okay, this makes sense now. So we had this New Day opening gap, and then we had the first presented for value gap. And and dropping down to the low time frame. If you look off to the left on the chart, over here, you can see that this kind of looks like low resistance a little bit, right? You can kind of feel like the market might go run these lows. So why didn't it go lower, right? Because it doesn't look terrible when you look at it like this. So what was I looking at? I was looking at this 5-second change in state rate test right here. So bang. Let's zoom out for a second. These lows were obviously protected for some reason, right? I don't know why. I thought, this seemed like we could go lower here. Okay, I really do want to understand why we didn't go lower here, because it looked like we had the first presented for value gap, we had a New Day opening gap here. Let's turn off B adjust. Obviously it was high resistant. But like, why was it high resistant? That's what I want to understand is why was this high resistant and not low resistant? I mean, one reason is maybe we already took 930, right? We already took 930. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this could have played out, right? We had a low resistance lows, but if obviously it stayed high resistant. Anyway, I'm gonna screenshot it. I do want to take something away from this because I do want to understand like why this did not play out. This was the entry, right? 11:10 was the entry, right? Oh, I entered. I meant to enter here, but I entered there. Okay, whatever. So I meant to enter here. So, and it's literally, isn't this the OTE of this as well? Well, obviously it was high resistance. So let's start taking some notes. I thought the lows were going to be low resistant. Seemed like maybe time and price were aligned to go lower. Finally, we had been making that making that trend line lows for so long. However, the lows stayed high resistant. Alright, so ignore this. So I'm going to turn off the... This is the trade, right? New day opening gap. 15-second change in state. And then I was anticipating all this to be low resistance. Go zoom out on the higher time frame again. Yeah, there are sometimes those trades where you literally just don't know kind of why it didn't play out, but there's always a reason. I mean, you can see this 1050 candle. Look, I guess it's important to look at how the high time frame candles did form here, because, oh man, I don't know. It kind of looks like we could go lower off of the high time frame too, because look, we obviously rejected this, and then we rejected this, and then, you know, this next candle, I could have seen it dumping. What does a 15-minute look like? I don't think it was terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't find like a bad reason for why this is like a terrible trade. I mean, I guess we didn't fill the first presented for value app. We kind of just tapped it, but. Anyway, it's definitely offside. Yeah, I don't know. It just ended up being high resistant, I guess. So sometimes you really just need to be aware that the market may just want to be high resistance. And you should really keep that in mind. Anyway, I don't think it was terrible. It was fine. Alright. I mean, I guess you could have gone break even on this, but yeah. 11:10 Eastern. 10 first strike. 1 minute aligned with the 15-second, and then live. Okay. Well, that's the last one. We gotta get the timestamps on these other two. 10:32 and 10:20, and then my notes on the first strike. Absolutely beautiful trade. This was in line with the higher time frame buy model and the higher time frame S&T's time and price were aligned to go higher off the first presented effigy. This trade worked out really well. Proud of this one. Alright. Now I need to put everything in Reflect IQ. Guys, like I said, very tedious, but I don't know. There's not much I can say other than I'm just going to keep doing this. You hit it there? Why don't you like it in why don't you like it in Uganda? Alright. This is so tedious for me, but I just do it anyway because I just gotta do it. Yeah, I actually probably will start my personal account again up soon. Like, I probably will do it soon. I just want to make sure that I'm ready, I guess. Not all roads are good. Oh, dang. Oh, that was the first one. Oh, dang. Yeah. Man, that's hard. I'm sorry. It's like you really don't have control over the country you're born in, you know? So, but just keep grinding, man. Just keep going. That's all you can do. But yeah, that's hard. I'm sorry. But never give up. There's a will, there's a way. Was there another one that I needed to do? Oh, I needed to do this one. And then first strike. Take an example. Say you buy a car, 50,000. They charge you at most double or some less. You will pay a total of 80,000 or 100,000. Oh my gosh. That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, this was the other one. Okay, almost done. There's one more that I'm missing. It's it's that short that I took off that New Day opening gap. I thought I saved that one. Alright. Really quickly, let me add that one. Yeah, once again, I thought we were going to go run those lows. So it comes back to this idea that I thought maybe we were just going to continue lower. And we didn't. But this one was not that good because this one was against two giant SMTs, so this one was not actually that good at all. Like, this one makes total sense why it failed. It was just a terrible trade, right? Extremely in discount with all these other lower highs above. This one was just really bad, but you know what? I'm trying. This was terrible. But like I said, there's just, no reason to have expected us to continue lower here, in all honesty. With the giant bullish SMTs. Alright, anyway. Yeah, that one was probably a little forced. Can't even lie. Alright, almost done. Dude, I just need to finish this. Just time will come. I start thinking of it, but right now, just keep grinding. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro. You got the right idea. That's all you can do. Whoops, that's not. Did it let me put it in there? Oh, there it is. Yeah, guys, this is how you can tell I'm serious about, like, doing everything I'm supposed to do every day, because I am recording every little thing. I really am. So even doing the tedious stuff, I just gotta do it, Alright. Alright. Yeah, this one. So this one was just against the true draw on liquidity, which was that market open wick. That was very logical reason why that one failed. That first one. This one was market was had two giant bullish SMTs. I completely overlooked it. So that's the next one. Come on, please save it. Oh my gosh. I have to refresh it, and now it's gonna completely reset. Okay. What? Wait. No, what? I just refreshed it. Come on. Don't do this to me. What? Say what? It's not even letting me say. I might just not. I might stop recording it in Reflect IQ, guys. If it won't load, I don't know what to do. Like it won't even let me put it in. I might have to stop with putting it in Reflect IQ. Oh, okay, finally. That took so long. Yeah, dude. Hey, yeah. Feel free to copy me. Let me know if you want me to even like send you the spreadsheet, cause I can do that. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do about the um, Reflect IQ not working. I just have to do it twice every time. It's whatever. I already know it's not gonna work. The first one never works. See? Told you. Alright. Let's see if I can just do this. Oh, this one was when. There we go. Okay, one last one. This is the last one. Oh my gosh. I already know this one's not gonna work.
Hi, thanks for pancakes. I got everyone telling me great reviews that they were just great. Yeah.
Okay, done. Alright, perfect. Hey, so I'm a thumbnail designer and a website builder. Do you have any interest collaborating? Well, I make my own stuff, so I don't know, bro. I make my own thumbnails. Okay, I'll send this to you, bro. It's actually no, you can actually just access it for free in my Discord, in the journals Discord. So just go over here. Monzi, just do this. Go Gaines Journal Vault, and then wait, no. It is in here. And then go to Jake's journal, and then here's my spreadsheet. You have full access to it. Just copy it and steal it, and you should be good. So yeah, that's where it is in Jake's journal in the Gaines Journal Vault Discord. And to get to the Journal Vault Discord, you have to go down into the normal Discord and click Journals, and then click Add Server, and then to get to this, you have to join the link to which is in my bio. So yeah, hopefully that helped. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. That was super tedious. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing that, even though it's tedious. I'm just gonna keep doing that every day. So.